Commodore Saab, at least let me complete my point. All I'm saying is we request you to deconstruct your thinking. Your thinking is based on certain words: aggressor, Indian hegemony, Indian desire to capture Pakistan, and India's desire to escalate tensions where Pakistan would be forced to use nuclear weapons. Those have become articles of faith in your military doctrine.
Which in this case failed, Maroof.
That we do not.
Which in this case failed.
We do not intend to either capture Pakistan or occupy your territory. But we are not going to take any of these aggressive activities on your part,
Admiral,
lying down anymore.
Admiral,
we had a previous government that was pussyfooting around every aggressive intent of Pakistan.
Now listen to me.
But now
listen to me. Have the courage to listen to me.
This government has decided
we are not here to
hit you
listen to you.
disproportionately.
You should
hit you where it hurts.
also.
So do not escalate matters.
No, this is not the way.
You're not going to get to the end of your
Admiral Iqbal, you see what happens is... No, one second. There is something called a green book. Admiral, hear me. Admiral Iqbal, hear me.
Listen to me.
Admiral Iqbal, hear me. I have a question for you. I have a question for you, Admiral Iqbal. सवाल है मेरा, आपको आप सुन लीजिए प्लीज. मेरा सवाल है, आप सुन लीजिए.
नहीं होता है जवाब तो आप
एडमिरल इकबाल, आपको एक सवाल करना चाहता हूं, आप सुन लीजिए प्लीज.
You are putting all the blame on us and then you are saying admit you are at fault. For God's sake, this is no way to start it. And Pakistan will teach you such a lesson that you will remember forever.
Record, you know. Now, Admiral Iqbal, you're
we've heard that before, sir. We've heard that before.
Why don't you
can keep boasting.
You can keep boasting,
but you're writing your own obituary.
Admiral
you
Iqbal,
are also writing your own obituary. This is BJP drama.
Right.
This is the BJP chauvinism,
so I
which
can
they want
understand
to
your
show to the home
today.
crowd.
Admiral Iqbal, I can understand. I empathize with your frustration.
Reality.
Admiral, I empathize. You must be feeling terrible.
Pakistan doesn't care of this drama.
Okay, so Admiral,
believe you me,
Admiral,
we haven't
not
even
drama
taken
nor
notice of
chauvinism.
this. Pakistan.
Nor you can take shelter
Pakistan submission
in nuclear weapons and carry on with your proxy war.
I wonder.
We will address all three.
They say for us.
We will address the proxy war end of the spectrum. We will address conventional war. And if need be, we will change our nuclear doctrine.
I think if you have five times the size and you are making this drama.
Admiral Iqbal, let me share a fact
here.
Let me share a fact here. Admiral, 1 second. Let me share a fact here. 1 minute.
What are you talking? I say, what are you talking?
Admiral, listen to me for 1 minute. You see, there is something.
You call Pakistani. You call Pakistani to answer to your question, and then you stage a drama to show to your public that they have submitted.
So this
talk like a dialect should take place.
Have you decided to persist with your proxy war? Is this the message that you are giving?
The Kashmir will never go away.
So you will continue with your proxy war. We will take you on until you stop. There will be no talks. We do not want to talk to any representative of a failed state, of an irresponsible state which brandishes nuclear weapons.
Sir,
you are cowards.
Admiral
cowards.
Admiral,
bunch of cowards.
Only cowards indulge in proxy war.
You are a bunch of cowards.
Only cowards push militants
we are having a serious discussion. Now, Admiral Iqbal, I completely empathize with your frustration today.
I pity on you.
I request you to reassess. I request you to reassess.
What are you doing to your
1 minute, Colonel Singh. Just 1 minute, Colonel Singh. You know, I forgive our Pakistani guests anything they say today because I empathize. Admiral Iqbal, I empathize with your frustration. All of India empathizes with your frustration today.
All of India.
Because I understand how you feel after 71, 65, all these years to go through this all over again. My question to Moshraff Zaidi. My question to Moshraff Zaidi is this. My question to Moshraff Zaidi is this. Don't do this. Don't do rhetoric. Let's go factual. Moshraff Zaidi, your own military leaders have endorsed something called the Green Book. Okay, because, frankly, all Pakistanis, they come and say, no, we don't do this counter-terror, we don't use these terrorist groups, etc., etc. Your own military leaders endorsed something called the Green Book, which is a guideline that Pakistan Army adheres to, right? Now, it is time to be a little honest about it. You know that all your acts of aggression against India are consistent with what the Green Book prescribes. I give you only one example, that, for example, 2002, Brigadier Munir Mohammed explains that the prospect of a conventional war between India and Pakistan appears remote, but the environment looks ripe for a low-intensity conflict kind of situation, so we should go for it. This is in the Green Book. It has said it over the years, and Moshraff has described this Green Book as, quote-unquote, a valuable document for posterity. You get my point? There is no point coming on Indian television and saying we don't do this, right, Maroof? This is all laid out. The Pakistani strategy is laid out. Now, unless someone like Mr. Zaidi will come and say that this Green Book also, which by the way, people like Ashfaq Kiani have written the foreword to its previous editions, it's all laid out. This is Pakistan. This is the way the Pakistan military behaves. They've been taught to behave in this manner, Maroof. It's a reality.
The question was for me, but then you gave a speech about the Green Book and then you turned it to Maroof. So I'm just trying to understand. My role here is just to sit and look pretty.
Certainly not.
I know that you guys think
I think you're doing a good job of that, but that's not the point.
Okay.
I'm only making a point. Maroof understands the Pakistani military quite well, and he may want to share some light on
Maroof
this.
and Singh Saab and Shri Singh both understand Pakistan.
Okay, so Moshraff, you can reply to that. My question to you is, your namesake, Parvez Moshraff, described the Green Book, which tells the Pakistani army how to carry out low-intensity conflict, how to try and fuel some trouble, what to do on the border. It's all prescribed. Moshraff described it as a valuable document for posterity. It's written out. What you're doing right now is consistent with what is in the Green Book. Can you deny that? Can you deny that, Mr. Zaidi? Can you deny that? Can you deny that, Mr. Zaidi?
Neither deny nor confirm it.
Can you deny that?
No, I can neither deny nor confirm.
Cannot deny nor confirm. Now you're talking like a politician. What happened? How, Mr. Zaidi, can you deny it?
Arnab, I'm learning from you. I'm trying to learn from the best.
Is it written in the Green Book that jihad in Kashmir should be given support and religious, regional and linguistic differences should be exploited? Is it written there? Is it written there?
I'm a mere columnist who can.
And the Green Book aside, Mr. Zaidi. No, 1 second. Mr. Zaidi. Mr. Zaidi, the Green Book aside.
I know what.
The Green Book aside.
I know the cost of what you're doing, though.
The Green Book aside, is it true that your own leaders like Zardari and Moshraff have admitted to using terror as an instrument of state policy against India? Come on, Mr. Zaidi, answer me factually.
There's a long history of Pakistanis challenging how Pakistan has conducted itself within Pakistan. And
no, not within Pakistan. So I'm talking after Kargil. Kargil was within Indian soil. Come on, tell me, Mr. Zaidi. These are facts I put.
I'm saying that the job,
come on, what are you doing this?
Mr. Zardari said
in undertaking
Mr. Zardari said in 2009, let us as Pakistanis be truthful to ourselves and make a candid admission of the realities. We have used terrorists as strategic assets.
The reason you have me on this show is because I make candid admissions of the reality, but I'm not willing to sit here and endorse the.
So all that I have read out now.
This is what they want.
No, Admiral, all the facts that I've given prove
all the time.
Prove the Indian.
You don't listen.
Why
don't you listen first?
Admiral, the 2008 Mumbai attack.
Admiral, do you admit the Green Book exists?
Who discovered where the boy was from?
Do you admit that you are doing?
You guys were running.
Do you admit the Green Book exists?
You're the ones who found
the Pakistani. Do you admit that you are doing a fake war?
We don't need any lectures on how to fix Pakistan because we're trying to
do you admit the Green Book exists?
that your Ra has been
What I
funding.
wish Indians would do is
you
actually
admit
ask
all
some
that?
questions of yourselves.
What
but
are you
instead,
talking?
You sit
Sheshadri Chari
celebrating
you do not
the death
know
of
Sheshadri
Pakistani
Chari.
innocent
Debate.
civilians on this side.
Sheshadri Chari.
You don't know how to
Shameful.
conduct a debate.
No, Sheshadri Chari, do you think
shameful.
this
You are saying put Pakistani on that side and then show to Indian public
Okay,
that we have taken charge of
Admiral
them.
Iqbal, just a minute.
Come on, yeah.
Sheshadri
This is
Chari.
absolutely a petty skirmish. And I tell you that we even do not bother about it, what you are saying.
Okay. So,
Because
Sheshadri
we
Chari.
don't want
Sheshadri Chari, from promising a huge response against India. Mr. Chari,
chauvinism.
my question is to Sheshadri Chari of the BJP.
Are you an anchor or are you a prosecuting
My
lawyer?
question is to Sheshadri Chari of the BJP.
Let's clarify this
Mr.
fact.
Chari,
Are you an anchor?
Mr.
Or are
Chari,
you a
6 days
prosecuting
back,
lawyer?
Mr. Chari, 6 days back, 6 days back, Mr. Chari, the Pakistanis were promising to hit back. Today, Mr. Chari, do you believe that this lesson that they have learned, the fact that they have pulled back, is going to stay for a long time?
You have got tit for tat. You have been bashed. The Pak guns have silenced you. And you are now trying to portray to the Indian public that we have done this.
It's all
what
right.
have you achieved?
Admiral,
what have you achieved?
I know you didn't bargain for this, but you got a very fitting response, and you're now trying to describe it.
Believe
Mr. Chari, why are our Pakistani guests? Why are our Pakistani guests trying to dismiss what happened last week as a petty skirmish?
1/5 the size of India.
1 second.
Oh, we will never be Bhutan or Skim. Forget that.
Okay, one
Pakistan will
Sheshadri
never.
Chari.
I would suggest
on the equality.
Okay, let Mr. Chari be heard. Let Mr. Chari be heard.
I would request.
Oh, come on.
I would request your Pakistani guests. I would request the Pakistani guests to peacefully discuss this issue.
Sorry to say. Yeah, that
I would like to point out one thing to your Pakistani guests. Let us not forget one thing.
I will also like to point out.
You want to know, Arnab.
You want
to know whether this lesson will sink into the Pakistani army psyche.
Don't put words in our mouth. Never do that.
Arnab, I doubt. I very much doubt that the Pakistani army will take this lesson. I don't think they will really remember this lesson for long, because the most important element for the Pakistani army, you remember one thing, the political setup can come back to power through democratic elections. The clergy in Pakistan gets lot of money from outside. But the Pakistani army has to survive on only one thing, Hate India campaign. And they have to keep up this Hate India campaign, and every 6 months or 1 year, they have to prove to the Pakistani establishment that they have a relevance. Unless there is a war, unless there is some kind of incident on the border, and unless there is a terror attack in India, Pakistani army does not earn its bread and butter. Therefore, Pakistani army, a radicalized group of elements, has to have a war with India as much as possible. They have cultivated mercenaries who have been employed in Afghanistan. Now with the withdrawal of US, they will have to concentrate only on the western border.
Allow me to answer
this is a very major problem. It is a political problem within Pakistan.
No, they can answer it, sir. But what was suggestion to you?
Is the doctrine of the Pakistani army and how the army
what I'm saying is, sir, one second. Admiral and Mr. Zaidi, as I said my empathy, I empathize with your
one simple question: can the Pakistani
public love their army, and you are scared of Pakistani army? Pakistanis love their army, and you are scared of their army.
Now the question is, sir, 1 minute, if you just allow me, please just give me a minute, as I just want to go to Commodore Jamal Hussain out there. You see, Commodore Hussain, the general view in India and across the world now is that next time you have problems within, next time your political parties fight, or Nawaz Sharif comes under pressure, or maybe, the Americans ignore you, whatever your problems, deal with it internally. if you try and externalize your problems, then what happens? You see, at the end of the day, 1 minute, Mr. Zaidi, my question was to Commodore.
Prime Minister just had
my question: do you think it is advisable, Commodore Hussain, in the future, for the Pakistani army or political parties to deal with your problems internally instead of trying to externalize it and do this adventurism on the border, which ended up quite badly for you this week?
Let me ask you a question. Is it all right for you to act as a prosecuting lawyer than as an anchor?
So don't get personal. Answer my question.
My mouth, for God's sake.
I answer my question. Don't get personal.
This is no question. Okay, this is no question. I mean, what do you mean? Should I ask you that you should not tell lies? Of course, you should not tell lies. But am I telling lies?
No. My question to you is that
are you an anchor or are you a prosecuting lawyer? I mean, don't insult my intelligence, please.
Commodore Hussain, let me respond to you by just pointing out one fact. No, one second. I want to put out one fact for Commodore Hussain, which will. One second. I'm asking Jamal Hussain a certain follow-up question.
I'll give you the answer.
No, one second. I got your answer, but Commodore Jamal Hussain, please understand the seriousness of the question. You know, this week, Nawaz Sharif was forced to speak out for the first time about these ceasefire violations after remaining quiet for almost a week. And you know what Imran Khan said? Imran Khan asked Nawaz Sharif, why are you quiet? Because he said you have got interests in India, etc., etc. Clearly, Nawaz Sharif was under... No, 1 minute. Clearly, Nawaz Sharif was under political pressure internally. Would you deny...
SMS Arun Jaitley
would you deny...
make a statement?
Would you deny Commodore Jamal Hussain that...
Thank God for that. Thank God there's...
Would you deny that India...
Would you deny that...
Are you asking...
I'm asking you, Commodore Jamal Hussain.
Are you asking me as a...
Yeah, I'm asking you, Commodore Jamal Hussain, would you deny that in your country, your Prime Minister was under pressure from political parties recently?
Would you deny that in your country, your Prime Minister was under pressure?
He was. Yes, Commodore Jamal Hussain.
Political parties are under pressure,
Yeah, so do you feel...
that's true.
So
I mean, so what?
Now it's over. So
I mean, there is political turmoil over here.
That's a big admission. That's a big admission. 1 minute left on the debate. Maroof wants to come back. No, Sheshad.
One question, please.
Sir.
Maroof is coming back. Yes, Maroof.
I just want to make two general points. One is that whenever there is political scuffle or instability in Pakistan, you will see politicians raise the issue of Kashmir. Whenever the army wants to divert attention from other issues like their battle in the Waziristan or the battle within Pakistan, or want to get back onto the saddle as far as the power politics is concerned, Kashmir will again be revived. So therefore, this is not the end of it. We should be prepared for another round of escalation, maybe a few weeks down the line, because this has been the history. This has been the history of
Sheshadri Chari,
and it's not going to go away.
How do we? Sheshadri Chari, therefore, since Sheshadri Chari represents the ruling party, Mr. Chari, how do we remain cautious?
Why would we start it?
How do we remain cautious that this does not take itself?
Why would we start it?
Mr.
What is our motivation? What is our... I've given you your motivation. What is India's motivation? Why would we start it? What is India's motivation? You guys are not able to answer that. What is India's motivation?
And now you got the answer.
Why did we start it?
Pakistan will hit back. Pakistan will...
Sheshadri Chari, what do we... No, 1 second, Mr. Chari.
Let go Kashmir.
Okay, my last question to Mr. Chari.
You have learned.
Back harder.
Okay, only Mr. Chari. Mr. Chari, how do we remain cautious from here? Mr. Chari.
You have learned it.
Yeah, Mr. Chari.
I'm sure.
Arnab, the point that I want to make is,
Mr. Chari, please, on this.
Mr. Zaidi started off saying, Mr. Zaidi, if you are still listening, please listen. Let me pat you on your back. You started off saying that you want peace, trade, commerce and industry between India and Pakistan. We also want it. I think it will be very good for you to go back and tell your political leadership to have the guts to tell the army to go back to the barracks. If they do that, it will be good for both the countries. But if you play into the hands of your army, if you keep on supporting your illogical actions of your army, the result will be what happened in 1971. your country will break up.
Listen.
You will be shattered into 4 pieces.
Monologue. Stop monologue.
If that happens,
and listen,
if that happens,
that's none of
it will
your
be very
business.
good for us.
What we do in Pakistan, that is none of your business. Stop this monologue.
Frankly, we are not
Don't worry about Pakistan.
It is very much our business. It is very much our business. It was part of India.
Stop this.
Someday it will become part of India once again.
I said don't give us
Sir, it is very much our business.
Scared of Pakistan.
Pakistan is our business.
Scared of Pakistan.
All Pakistanis are our brothers.
Pakistan is our business.
We were one country once upon a time. Before 1947, 14th August, we were one country, and it will again become one country.
All of
Pakistan is our business.
What you experience today, Admiral Iqbal, all the frustration.
It becomes our business.
1 minute, Maroof.
It becomes our business.
I have one thing to say to Admiral Iqbal.
It becomes our business. It becomes our business when they divert attention from domestic turmoil.
Admiral Iqbal, I have one thing to say to you at the very end, which you please let me say this to you, Admiral Iqbal. Hear this for me. All the frustration you feel today, every bitterness in your heart today which you experience, you would not have felt if you behaved yourself 1 week back. You forced this on yourself, sir. My sympathies are with you. A lot of people would understand the frustration in your heart today, Admiral Iqbal. I thank you all for joining me on this debate on the Newshour tonight.
I'm sorry, BJP, it will not impress us.